I used to think teaching yin yoga was a niche skill, a nice to have, hardly essential. I was completely wrong, and the reasons will change how you teach every class on your schedule. I'm Sage Rountree. I help yoga teachers build confidence and build sustainable teaching careers. And after more than 20 years of teaching and training teachers, including building a full course on teaching yin yoga, I have watched yin training transform teachers who never intended to teach a single yin class. By the end of this video, you will know the 5 skills that yin training builds that will transfer to every format you teach, and how to start developing them this week. Speaking of this week, I made you a free download called the 20-minute yin sequence. It's a complete balanced sequence with exact cues you can use, and it's in the description. First, yin teaches you to work with bodies as they actually are, not bodies as you think they should be. Many 200-hour trainings skip the difference between tension at the myofascial level, which can change, and compression at the skeletal level, which won't. In yin yoga, you learn why the same pose can create completely different sensations in 2 different students, and why some students will never sit cross-legged comfortably no matter how much they practice. That has nothing to do with effort or dedication, it's about their bones. Once you see skeletal variation, you stop assuming that a struggling student just needs to try harder, and you start offering variations that actually serve, in Vinyasa, in Hatha, in every class you teach. Second, yin makes you radically comfortable with silence. In a flow class, there's always something to cue, and the pacing hides nervous chatter. In yin, you set someone up in a shape, and then they are there. 4 minutes. Newer teachers panic and fill the space, over-cueing, philosophizing, telling stories that don't land. Yin training teaches you that silence isn't empty, it's full. It's the container your students need to actually feel what's happening in their bodies. A student in one of my yin teacher trainings gave me the acronym I now hand to everyone. Wait, why am I talking? And the advanced practice, ask yourself, waste. Why am I still talking? Once you can hold a quiet room in yin, you stop narrating every inhale in Vinyasa yoga too. Third, precision in your language. When a pose lasts 4 minutes, every word lands with weight. If you say relax your shoulders and the instruction doesn't help, your student has 4 more minutes to lie there wondering what you meant. So you learn the difference between soften your belly and let your belly release toward the floor. Words create experience, and vague words create vague experiences. That precision follows you everywhere. Your Warrior 2 cues get cleaner, your transitions get smoother, and you stop using 10 words when 3 will do. Fourth, learning to teach yin means you will master the deluxe savasana. Students remember how you made them feel far more than they remember what poses you taught. And a beautifully held ending, supported, unhurried, complete, is the single best class retention tool I know. Yin and restorative yoga training will teach you that the setup is the practice. The bolster under the knees for a tender low back. The blanket folded to support the next natural curve. The transition into stillness instead of the drop. Your students may never know why Shavasana feels so good in your class. They'll just keep coming back. Fifth, you learn to read the room at the level of the nervous system, not just the skeleton. Long holds teach you to see the subtler signs. Breath deepening or staying shallow. A jaw clenching inside a body that looks relaxed. The difference between a student resting and a student enduring with white knuckles. Once you can see that, you can teach it in any format. Slowing your flow class down when the room needs it, even when your plan on paper says otherwise. So which of these 5 is your growth edge, the silence or the Shavasana setup? Pick one and tell me in the comments. I read every single one. If you want to start to build these skills for real, start with that free 20-minute yin sequence in the description, a complete balanced sequence you can tack into your Vinyasa class this week with the exact words to say at every step. And when you are ready to go deep, my Fundamentals of Teaching Yin Yoga course gives you the physiology in plain language, a complete pose database, done-for-you lesson plans, and 20 Yoga Alliance CEUs. Both links are below. You don't have to become a yin yoga specialist. These are foundational skills just dressed up in a specialty costume. For the practical side, watch my video on the difference between yin and restorative yoga right here. I'll see you in the next one.